This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am once again live for Jared Boots Ennis versus David Avaneysyan, okay? And I didn't do a fight prediction for this fight simply because I was just too busy and didn't get around to it. But this fight is going to be very interesting for a lot of reasons, and we're going to break down those reasons, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at Jared Boots Ennis' record and break that down versus David Avaneysyan's record and break that down, okay? When you guys come in, hit that like button, please. I am headed on my way to the casa to start the live stream, but I wanted to reach out to you guys first and foremost before it started so we can get it started the way it's supposed to, okay? And hold on a second. Look at this up. There we go. David Avaneysyan. There we go. Okay, so we got David, which is 34, 4, 1, and 18. Okay. Checking out his box rec here. And he's been stopped twice. He's been he's got beaten by TKO 4 times. Okay, so he's fought Serge Ambomo, okay, which he won, and his record was 11-55. Jesus, wow. Okay. Terrence Crawford, which is 38-0. Okay, he lost to a TKO. And Kavalauskas. Okay, Kavalauskas. If you guys don't know who that is, Kavalauskas was the Greek fighter that was one hell of a banger. He was a good puncher. Okay. He was in there with a little gang of people. Virgil Ortiz Jr. He was in there with Terrence Crawford. Okay. He's from Lithuania. All right. David Avaneysyan, sure. And David Avaneysyan, he's an awkward fighter, but he's game. Okay. Boots Ennis is with the Zone. He is with Eddie Hearn. And one thing I told you guys about the Zone versus everywhere else, the Zone will get your ass whooped. You can get beat up going to the Zone. Things happen when you, the Zone is very, I think the Zone is one of the most competitive markets. The only person that I've seen that came out of the Zone an undefeated winning fighter was Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia was the only one that went to the Zone and said it's on and he's gonna get the hell on. That's the only person that I knew that did that. You know, where he stopped Jesse Vargas, if you guys can remember that. He stopped Jesse Vargas and he got that 7 mil and then he got the hell out of there, you know. But other than that, everybody got whooped. Canelo got whooped. Wilder got whooped. Joshua got whooped. You know what I'm saying? White got whooped. Everybody got some when it came to the Zone, because the Zone don't play. Yeah, I'll be at home for the live. I'm not far from home. I just wanted to start it earlier so we can discuss things sooner. That's all. So when you guys come in, hit that like button, okay? It's a joke fight. Let's face it. Ennis needs to be fighting better than this. Well, here's the thing. Who else is he gonna fight? Virgil Ortiz. Okay, Virgil Ortiz is where? He's at 154 now. You know, He basically straddles the fence. He's somewhat of a David Benavidez. He doesn't know where he is. He's not set in one weight class, so he could fight them both, right? So I say this: when you deal with David Avaneysyan, Boots Ennis, in theory, you should have a shutout. But David Avaneysyan, I think this is his last time to shine, or last time to do whatever he's going to do. You know the whole thing about Jared Boots Ennis. Is he chasing Terrence Crawford? And this is what I'll say. Jared Ennis must show people that he's better than Terrence. And how do you do that? You don't always have to fight the fighter to prove that you're better than the fighter in the eyes and the masses of the public. You don't have to do that at all. You can do exactly what everybody else has done. Look at Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. Okay, look at that. That's an example. You know, Manny fought who? Ricky Hatton. Manny fought Oscar De La Hoya. Manny fought Miguel Cotto. And all of those fights that Floyd also fought were not as impressive. When Floyd fought him, they weren't as impressive. Like Joshua's done to Tyson Fury's latest fighters. Even though Tyson is taking his first L, the way that Tyson Fury was fighting and winning fights, they weren't like Joshua. So when you start doing things better than your rival, you know, that's your weapon against your rival. Your performances with other people are the mutual opponents. So that's what it is when you're dealing with that, okay? And with Boots Ennis, Boots has to show us that Boots wants to be that guy. You know, even though the reality is Boots is not at 154. He's not at 154. He's not at 154. He's at 147. He's the IBF welterweight champion of the world. He's practically Daniel Dubois. The only difference is he's not fighting anybody that may beat him at this point on the IBF end, but it happened the same way. They snatched the belt from Terrence Crawford like a week after he got it, you know, and called it a victory, which it wasn't a victory, you know. Boots said he can fight any fight from 147 to 168. Yeah, I heard about the 3-weight division. I'm gonna do a video on that tomorrow with Boots, good old Boots Ennis. Look, he's big enough to, you know, he puts me in the mind of you guys remember Swift? Damn. Not Danny Swift Garcia. That's the first name that came up. Damn, what's his name? Boots said he can fight anybody. Okay, what's the guy's name? Swift. That beat Lotta. The last guy that beat Lotta. What's his name? Because I don't know where it just. Damn, what's the tall big guy's name? He's big as shit, and he got knocked out. He got knocked out by J-Rock Williams. What's his name? J-Rock upset this cat, and he's supposed to fight Charlo. Why can't I remember that? I can't. I don't know what happened in my brain. I don't know. Crazy. Now it's bothering me because I can't function until I know who the hell that is. So Danny Swift Garcia. Come on, guys, help me out. Damn, I can't remember his name for nothing. I don't know. Come on, man. Who? Okay. Damn, I'm gonna have to look this up. And I hate looking up shit like that. I'm supposed to know. Lada versus. It was like the fight of the year. It was like the fight of the year, and his nickname was Swift, and it wasn't Garcia. That is Landy Lada. Come on, man. I don't know where it is. Swift. Boxer. Jared Hurd. Fuck. I don't know. Jared Hurd. Skrilla 50. What's up, brother? Counterpunch you. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Jared Swift Hurd. You know, the only thing I can remember is Swift. I knew his name was Swift. But he's like one of those guys. He's stupidly big. He's young, so he can make the weight. Jared Hurd, I think, did that. He could take punches. He took a lot of punches against Lada. J-Rock took him out of the game, like out of nowhere. J-Rock Williams. That's what that was about. So it's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Man, I tell you, I've been doing some driving, bro. I've been rolling. Like, no cap. I have been driving, man. It's been a long last 3 or 4 days. But no, I think Jared Ennis is big enough, though, to go to those weight classes. We got a super chat from KMD123 for £4.99. Do you agree that the Illuminati and Bush set up Ryan Garcia with the Ostarine to try to make him a lesbian? No, I don't think that at all. If Ryan got them type of problems with political problems, he should go away somewhere. Shout out to the chat. Steven Zen in the building. Counterpunch to you. When you guys come in, hit that like button. Hit that like button. But no, I don't think so personally. Because, like, the Ostarine part is just only one thing that Ryan did that was stupidly crazy. That was absolutely diabolical. The things that Ryan is doing, it's not like here's the thing. Why it gotta be? Why does the narrative has to be someone is setting Ryan up and he's doing enough shit on his own? He's doing enough stuff on his own. Nobody needs to set Ryan up to go to jail or go to rehab or go anywhere. Nobody's making him drink. Nobody's making him smoke. Nobody's making him do whatever the hell he's doing. Nobody's making him do that. Period. So no, I don't believe that. But back to the fight at hand, and the fighters. Jared Ennis, he's a big dude. You know, so the whole idea of chasing Terrence Crawford, I'm not sure. I think what should happen with Terrence is if he wanted Terrence, he should challenge Terrence. You know, he should challenge him. Kurt, no live watch along. Yeah, man, I'm headed home now. I'm almost to my destination, so we're gonna set up there. You know, we're just gonna do it live. You know, live and direct, uncut, raw, and we're gonna get it on. Kurt, some of these fighters need to move up. They're literally risking their lives and damaging their organs for the future. Matthew Branch, you are absolutely 116% correct. Because what people don't understand when they're doing that, they're having risk of stroke. A lot of people have strokes. They stroke the hell out. They don't have the right water retention. They don't have the right water amount in their system because they had to drop everything that they had to make a weight that they have no damn business being in. You know, a lot of these fighters fight at weight classes that they know they don't have any damn business being in. And you would think like, oh man, I'm a much bigger, so I'm gonna shrink down and then I'm gonna rehydrate to a bigger size. That's not always the best thing to do. It's not always something that is recommended. It's not always the case. What could be the case and what is the case, and a lot of times, that's why when people like Tank Davis, like Canelo Alvarez, like a lot of fighters, those fighters set those rehydration clauses. You know what I mean? They do that specifically because they don't want you to gain all that damn weight back. They want you to be weak, but here's the thing. If you can't make the weight, you have no business being at the weight class. That's just it. You have no business being there. You know what I mean? You don't. You have no business being in the weight class if you cannot make the damn weight. If you know you walk around at 170 pounds, why aren't you fighting at 168? And a lot of people think that that's a good idea. Well, I'll fight smaller. No. If look, unless you were smaller and you got big naturally, that's all that's something totally different. But if you are knowing you're 180, 185 pounds and you're starching your damn self to make 147, something's wrong with you, man. Something is absolutely positively wrong with you. Wrong with you. These fighters want advantages, and I get that, but at what cost? So that's why you train and develop your skills in the gym. Well, here's the thing. You know, they're thinking, I have the advantage because I'm a bigger guy, especially when I rehydrate. And when I rehydrate, I'm going to be strong enough to overcome this guy that is probably more than likely smaller naturally than me. That's why a lot of people stop that bullshit that they're trying to do. That's why they stopped that. They nipped that in the bud because they were like, nah, we ain't doing this shit no more. Hell no. Hell to the no. We ain't doing this at all. Sounds like you're talking about Errol Spence then, Kurt. Well, Errol did it. He did it for a long time. Errol did. Devin Haney did it. You know, a lot of this stuff doesn't help him, man. It does not help you. Give me peeps while I set up. Because I remember a fighter by the name of Vinny Pazienza. Vinny Pazienza was starching himself to get to 140 pounds, right? So, let me take these off. Okay, so Vinny Pazienza starched himself. Absolutely starched himself to make 140. He was losing fights. He was not the same guy. He didn't have the same power. He was getting beat, okay? And he ended up, before he hydrated, fighting at 160. And he was massively stronger. He was faster. He was more effective than a lot of people. So therefore, he campaigned at a higher weight. And it helped him. And the rest is history. He beat guys like Hector Camacho. Dude, he destroyed Hector Camacho Sr. Guys like that, dude, he really gave him a walloping. Now, he was no match for like Roy Jones. He wasn't. Like you know, he was an exciting fighter to watch, but someone like with Roy, you wouldn't beat Roy. I'm saying, you know, you wouldn't beat Roy. Nobody was beating Roy at a certain time. I'm sorry, you just weren't going to beat Roy Jones. You know, that was the aura of the era of invincibility. Nobody was beating Roy Jones Jr. Nobody. Okay? Nobody was beating him. So when you guys come in, hit that like button. Glad I could answer your question, Ed. Ow. News World, counterpunch to you, my brother. Counterpunch to you. Kurt, I believe that's what hurt Spence versus Crawford. He still loses, but he literally drained himself dead. Spence Crawford, well, to be fair, Crawford's older than Spence, and Crawford actually did the same thing. I remember when Terrence Crawford jumped on a scale, and this was 4 or 5 years ago, and this cat was weighing at 180. Yeah. Terrence Crawford was on that scale, and he was 180 pounds. Let me see if I can look that up. See, people think, oh my God, he has no business fighting there. No, that's exactly what he has. He's supposed to be at that weight class. That's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to been fighting at 168. That's why people saying, oh, he's too small for Canelo. No, he's not. He is just making himself available or fighting at his walking around weight, his natural weight. More of his natural weight is better for anybody. Vinny Pazienza just suffered a major injury from a car wreck, though, and that really had an impact on him. Yeah, that's true. You know, just like a lot of people, just like Jose Benavidez, just like Joey Spadafora. You know, a lot of people suffered a lot of things, just like Terrence Crawford, just like Errol Spence. Terrence Crawford got shot in the head. Errol Spence got in a car accident. So, yeah, a lot of things affect fighters. You know, here we go. Tank walks around at 170. Let's see. Boom. Here we go. 30 pounds. Terrence Crawford currently weighs 177. Okay, and this is, I'm not a fan of this channel, but it shows that this cat is 177, and this was, okay, any day now, Christmas. Let's go. There we go. Okay, so this was 6 years ago. So this was in December 22nd on 2017. So yeah, dude, he was at 177. Kurt, what about Benavidez? Why would he drop down to kill himself instead of fighting at 175? I think he's a weight bully. Well, I think he feels, I think that's about money. and the narrative, and the narrative really reflects buzz, publicity. See, if you have a reputation or you're building a reputation of the cash cow running from you, Canelo Alvarez, Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer by now. And you're getting the reputation being a young, strong knockout artist at a particular weight class, and you're getting that reputation of the Mexican monster by other people that are also legends. So you're getting a good name for yourself, right? Since you're getting a good name for yourself, that buzz, that reputation that you're building, it gives you a sense of pride. It gives you something that you really grow to get accustomed to. And that's exactly what he's doing. Okay. David Benavidez is accustomed to getting talked about in the same sentences is Canelo Alvarez. See, when you talk about David Benavidez and Dmitry Bivol, or David Benavidez and Artur Beterbiev, or anybody at 175, it doesn't sound the same or sound as good as David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez, especially when you're so used to hearing people talk about it. Again, it makes you prideful. It makes you proud. It makes you feel like, you know what? I am special in this category because I have people that are telling me, how scared, all-time great, damn near, a legend, damn near, that's still fighting is afraid of me. Okay, see, at that point, people will start to realize, well, if that leaves, he's afraid of that all that other stuff leaving. Because see, at 175, I see David Benavidez eventually defeated. Somebody's going to beat him, if not Bivol or Beterbiev. Okay, it got to be one or the other. It can't be both, unfortunately, because I would love for David to fight them both. And he might beat one of them, but he's not going to beat both of them. But the good news is I don't think he has to, because, see, the moment he beats one of them, he's considered the Mexican monster or the undisputed fighter, because he gets the dibs on who wins, and that's the undisputed championship on a platter. So him looking back at Canelo Alvarez, it kind of seems sad. Why? Because Canelo Alvarez, I was just talking about that fight, Micah Garcia and Jesse Vargas. So Canelo Alvarez is a guy that you want to be in the same sentence with. See, if he goes to 175 and he stays there, he just looks normal. See, at 168, he's a legend. At 168, he's the boogeyman. At 168, he's that guy that nobody want to mess with, especially when he took out Caleb Plant. But Canelo, he beat Caleb, but Canelo took him out. See, that's exactly why Jared Boots Ennis right now has to be a lot better than Terrence Crawford. See, we know Jared Boots Ennis has no problems being mentioned with Canelo, with Terrence Crawford, with Errol Spence. These guys are where he wants to be. They've been where he wants to go. Okay, undisputed multi-weight champions like Errol Spence, etc., etc. He wants to be in that weight class, and or that circle. He wants that. Okay, so he has to do very good today. In fact, he has to do equal or greater performance than Terrence Crawford. Okay, so that's how it has to be. Canelo is yellow, period. Kurt, in your opinion, who are the biggest weight bullies in the sport? It's hard to say. Tank's one of them. Tank is one of them, and he really surprises me because, see, he hits hella hard, but yet he does not want to go to 140. But yet everybody knows you can make 140. And yet everybody knows that you not only can make 140, you're successful at 140, and you can campaign at 140, and you've been a champion at 140. So, Tank Davis is a weight bully. He's been doing that shit a long time. See, before he was at 135, he was dragging people to 130. He was dragging Leo Santa Cruz. Let's see who he drug up. Okay, he drug a lot of people to his weight just to beat them the hell up. Tank is a weight bully, and so is Errol. Errol was a big guy. And here's the deal. Whenever you find these fighters that are in lower weight classes talking about and calling out bigger dudes, whenever you see that, you have to understand that they're saying that out of confidence, of knowledge, knowing that they're that actual weight and they have no problems fighting at that weight, because that's where the F they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be at that weight fighting in the first place. Okay? That's where they're supposed to be. Jarrell Miller is a weight bully. He needs his own division. Jarrell Miller is a obese cat, and he needs to leave those cheeseburgers, donuts, funnel cakes, and all that. They need to leave all that alone. Why does Madrimov look so much like Gennady Golovkin? Christ almighty. Dude, he looks like his brother. He looks like he has just darker hair. Nose, damn ears, face, chin, everything looks just... These dudes is like somebody was creating Golovkin, Madrimov. You know what I mean? Like these dudes were getting spit out somewhere in some factory, durable, like, you know, Model 101 Terminators. You know what I mean? And these guys, he look exactly alike. And you look, I'm looking forward to this fight because Terrence Crawford is coming in at 154. He's coming in at 154. He's also coming in at a new weight class, and he does not, I repeat, he does not know how they are banging up there. He doesn't. Tyson Fury wins rematch. Michael Law, counterpunch to you. I love bold statements like that. I love bold statements like that because, see, bold statements like that show evidence of faith in the future. Because, see, it'd be the same people, just like Michael Law, saying, you know what? Tyson Fury is going to win that rematch. And, see, this is what happens. Turki Al-Sheikh will then try to avoid Alexander Usyk altogether. He will shake his hand and tell him farewell because he's had and he's got what he wants. See, Turki Al-Sheikh just happens to get good fights that we want to see. Okay? Now, is he going to do it for the better? No, because if it was really fair, people, let's be real. If Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, when they fight again, and Usyk being the victor of the first fight, and Tyson beats him, the rematch, there should be a rubber match. You know what I mean? So if Tyson Fury gets a decision out of that fight and something similar, but he ends up with a decision, he will not want to fight Alexander Usyk again. He will not follow that same energy from a trilogy. Because remember, it was Wilder, then Chisora with the trilogy. Well, why not Usyk with the trilogy? You know? But Turki Al-Sheikh is the man with the plan. You know? He's the man with the plan. Yeah, get those likes up. Turki has given the boxing community great fights, but he plays favoritism. Yeah. You know, it just shows us he's only human like everybody else. I'm not going to throw him to this. I mean, why? Look, if it wasn't for Turki Al-Sheikh, we wouldn't have all these big cards. We wouldn't have all these promoted. We wouldn't have all this money funneled into it. You think about the promos. You think about the advertising. You think about, not necessarily the advertising. You think about the promos, the commercials, the previews. These previews had millions of dollars behind them. You know what I mean? The Days of Reckoning and Ring of Fire and, you know, Chaos, Knockout Chaos. And, you know, you have like all these different fights had a lot of money just funneled into them. We have never saw shit like that. 5 versus 5 was lit. We never seen no shit like that. I never seen that type of get shorty, snatch, snitch, the usual suspects. I never seen that type of advertisement and energy and time put into a fight of that magnitude. You could watch that by each other like, damn, what was that about? And then you could watch that. It would be a treat if you put a package together. Someone put the 5 versus 5, then, but before that, you watch the preview to entice you, to appetize you about the main events, about the fights to come. You had Matchroom versus Queensberry. You know what I mean? And he ain't done. He's doing next is it what's the day? The 13th? Bro, in about 2 weeks, we will see Jarrell Miller versus Andy Ruiz. We will see Gennady Golovkin Jr. versus Terrence Crawford. Madrimov. Okay? You know, he's coming in. And he's playing no reindeer games. He cleaned out the heavyweight division was totally infiltrated, and he swiped the kitchen on a lot of people. The shit talkers like Jarrell Miller, the guys with the most reputation, and you know this so-called baddest man on the planet shit. All that shit was debunked. It was hung out to dry. People found out real quick. Peter Dobson won 16-1, 9 KOs versus Jaleel Hackett, which is 8-0 and 7 KOs. You know, Peter Dobson is 34. I think he got beat by he fought Conor Benn. That's where I know him from. He got beat by Conor Benn, and his name is Pete. Bars. I really wanted to see Virgil versus Tim Tszyu. Me too. That was a fight I really wanted to see. And don't get me wrong, I love all boxing. It's just, for me, I only have so much energy to put into fights that won't happen. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have, like, okay, if I'm tolerating what's going on at heavyweight, and then I'm tolerating what's going on at super middleweight, you know, then I'm tolerating something that's going at welter. Then I'm like, dude, I don't have the time for that. Then it becomes a hassle. Kurt, I'm favoring Madrimov. You know, Madrimov is probably a guy, if he fights anything like Gennady Golovkin, he's going to be pretty damn hard to defeat. You know what I mean? And see, what happens is when you see a fighter like Terrence Crawford run through fighters, you know, it's been proven. Terrence Crawford has beat a shitload of fighters way before Errol Spence. You had people hating on Terrence Crawford like, what is Terrence and who is Terrence beat? Errol fought all the good guys. I mean, dude, who else did he fight besides Danny Garcia that was any different? Then they tried to say, oh, Sean Porter was the YouTube. He was the podcast Porter. He had no business fighting Terrence Crawford. Like, Sean Porter was washed up. It was absolutely diabolical. Okay, it was terrible, what they were saying about Terrence Crawford. Bro, they even got racial with Terrence, prejudiced with Terrence. They said, I was on a podcast where I heard a guy say, the reason why Terrence Crawford ain't as popular because he's dark-skinned. I remember a guy 4 years ago, and I remember Showbiz did a video on it. He told me personally, he said, dude, there's a guy named Curtis Place. I'll never forget this. He said, you like Anthony Joshua over Deontay Wilder because he's light-skinned. Dude, I must have bust a gasket. That made me hotter and pissed because it's like, where do you get this from? You know what I mean? That stuff there. Errol was benefiting from the PBC stable of fighters. Well, yeah, I mean, but he couldn't even fight the guys he wanted. He wanted Pacquiao and he wanted Keith Thurman. He didn't get either. Keith Thurman and Pacquiao ended up fighting, but Keith Thurman didn't do anything else since then. The dude has fought literally since when? He fought who? How many times has Keith Thurman fought? He fought Mario Barrios, did he? Was that Mario Barrios? And he beat Mario Barrios, but still, who else did he fight? Who else did he really fight? Jose Chavez. The fight's coming on in about an hour, maybe less, because you got a guy that's 9-1 and 16-1 and One loss, and other guys like 8-0 with 7 KOs. Tell Pac-Man to stay retired. Everyone can't be Foreman. Bro, that is so true. Nobody saw that George Foreman upset to Michael Moore. No one saw that in a million years. Whoever betted on that is probably still benefiting the cash flow of that bet that they were so ballsy to make. Now, Michael Moore, was beating dudes like Evander Holyfield. Peter Dobson, the Bronx, 16-1-9. Pac versus anybody does 500K pay-per-view buys. Well, that's true, but man, Manny needs to sit down somewhere, man. He needs to sit down. See, here's Manny. Manny wants to be better than Floyd. Manny has succeeded being better at Floyd by his resume. Did he beat Floyd? No, he didn't beat Floyd when he fought Floyd. But understand, before and after is his redemption. That's Manny's redemption. It's what he did before that made himself a legend, that made himself an 8-time world champion, and then he fought Floyd. He got knocked out, then he came back, then he lost to Floyd. Okay? Then he kept fighting. Floyd retired. Floyd left in 2015. And he left on an easy note. So his best fighter was who? Canelo Alvarez. So he only had Canelo after he really came back as Money Mayweather. He really didn't fight anyone worth of note that Manny hadn't fought. So you could say Miguel Cotto, but he already fought Miguel Cotto May 5th, 2012. Okay? And see, when Floyd decision Cotto, he had a hell of a fight with Cotto. Nose bleeding, mouth bleeding. He was taking punches, okay? But Manny took him out in 11th. They stopped it in 11th because, I was really afraid and scared for Miguel Cotto because Manny was just putting a whooping on him. He was hitting Miguel Cotto in so many different spots and areas and angles. And it was just like his face was cut up and bloody. And you have to really understand that Miguel Cotto, sure, he has thin skin, but you have to understand Miguel Cotto was fighting a Mexican fighter by the name of Antonio Margarito that absolutely diabolically cheated him that fight. Okay. So it's crazy. It's crazy to see that type of, and we know that what led to him, had taken too much punishment against somebody that was cheating like he was doing. And when you get scars and abrasions and you already have thin skin, it's worse on you, But here's boxing, the reason why I love boxing, right? Because, Miguel Cotto lost to Manny Pacquiao, okay? But Antonio Margarito got knocked out by a guy named Sugar Shane Mosley for 2 reasons, and I'll talk about that later. However, the same guy that beat Miguel Cotto really pretty much pre-retired Antonio Margarito. Okay, he went 12 rounds with Manny. He threw punches and bunches, but Manny hit him with so many flush shots. It was ridiculous. And when he did that, he broke that eye bone, and that eye bone has never been the same again. Do you know how much money that Antonio Margarito lost because his eye was jacked up? He lost a lot because he wanted to fight and he couldn't because he could never get approved to fight. People were like, "Now your eye's jacked up, kid. You're done. You're done." So it is what it is. Ooh, good chopping right by Hackett. Hackett's going to catch Dobson coming in. Ooh, good right from Dobson. Yeah, these dudes are banging it out, and you know what? They got a lot of kinks in their armor, so they're landing a lot. They're coming off at exchanges with their heads straight up. That's what I noticed. In fact, Dobson's right eye, it looked like he had a cut, but that's just the way his eyes formed. Oh, good jab. Oh, good followed up with a right hand by Hackett. Hackett hacked the right hand. That was a good first round. And then, it didn't take long for them to fill out or figure it out, or, you know what I mean? That wasn't a fill out round. Those guys went right at it. Back, 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 back. Margarito took years off of Cotto's career with that bullshit. That's why I was glad that Cotto got his revenge. Yeah, see, and then Cotto was able to fight him, though. He was able to fight him, though. But after that, Margarito, see, Margarito, I don't think cared about his well-being. A lot of those guys don't give a shit. Margarito was a dirty ass dude. He looks like one of those guys. He looks like a coyote. You guys know what a coyote is? That's one of those guys that like pretty much get illegals over from the Rio Grande over to the States. He looks like one of those guys, Muévete pues. Yeah, Errol is fortunate that he didn't get Pacquiao because he would have had circles boxed around him. I look at that. I'm glad he didn't fight him because I think, and here's the thing. See, nobody just beats Manny Pacquiao. Let me just make it. You have to knock him out like Juan Manuel Marquez. He's going to be a problem for anybody. Floyd Mayweather said that he was probably the best fighter he's fought. And they fought in 2015. You know what I mean? So, because he said with the angles, yeah, these guys are banging, bro. Hackett won that exchange, but see, good right hand, a left hook to the body, another right hand. Dobson comes in with a chop and right, and I think he missed on the inside. He might have landed a body shot. Oh, good right hand over the jab from Hackett. Oh, good left hook from Dobson. And Hackett got to be careful on that. I don't know if Dobson has power or not, but you could tell he likes a nasty little scrap. You could tell he likes to get in there. I wish you had open panels occasionally counterpunch in real time. I may do that. I may do that. I can do that easily. I'll jump on ring IQs here and there. Just to shoot the shit at times, for the camaraderie. But yeah. I may start doing it, especially with smaller fights like this, because bigger fights are kind of hard to keep up, with super chats or whatnot. But yeah, I think it would be fun. That's a good point. CJ Rich. And in fact, I'll bring you on the panel, man, bring people on. Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't even have my, yeah, I think I do. What didn't Earl really get Pac? Wait, didn't Errol really get Pac, but didn't fight him because of the accident and Ugas fought instead? I think so. And Ugas beat Pacquiao. But Ugas is a different type of fighter. Ugas is a fighter that, first of all, everybody overlooked, which was a mistake. And second of all, Ugas is one of those guys where, Ugas, he's older. A lot of Cubans are older than they really are, people. They are. They don't really, their English is very, very limited, but then it's like they come to America, and imagine you could come to a new country, leave your country, come to a new country, and the country that you're coming into, you can start everything fresh. You know what I mean? You can start like a full slate. You can just start over. You can pick your age. You can decide, you know what I mean? You can change your name, right? You can do a lot of things. And that's what a lot of Cuban fighters did. They picked the age. If they were 36, 37, they said they were 28. You know what I mean? And then they looked good at 28 29-30, but actually it's 37, 38, 39, 40. That's what happened to Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz, everybody thought he got old overnight. No, Luis Ortiz was just too damn old. You get to a certain age, you're not going to perform that way. You're not going to take punches that way. You're not going to be able to be that durable like that. You ain't doing that. Not at no 50 years old. You know what I mean? That's why I give Luis Ortiz props. Because, yeah, he knocked out Charles Martin. Everybody say, well, damn. No, he got beat. Charles got beat by who? Charles got beat by Anthony Joshua. Charles got beat by who else? Adam Kalnaki. Charles got beat by who? Luis Ortiz. Then Jared Anderson. Okay. Keep in mind, who knocked him out worse? Who knocked out Charles Martin worse? Who did that to him? So how old is Ortiz? Ortiz is probably about 52. Ortiz is a Kevin Samuels. I think he dyes his hair. He tried to he tried to grow his hair out. He's just older. And look, what's Romeo? What's Romeo? What the UFC guy? Is it Romeo? I forget his name. Yeah, hey, that's what my boy Knowledge said. Knowledge said, he was sparring Lennox Lewis, Yeah. But to be fair, his American age, let's put it that way. Ortiz knocked out Charles Martin worse. He did. Skrilla 50, he did. And he was an old ass man when he did it. So you can't say this man don't have power, and you can't say he's not dangerous. That's what I'm saying. Joshua hit him. Pow! Joshua hit him on some prize level shit. Because he didn't think Joshua could counter like Joshua could. You know what I mean? Not saying Joshua can't crack, because we all know he can, like most heavyweights. But Adam Kalnaki just beat him 12 rounds. Jared Anderson just beat him 12 rounds. Luis Ortiz knocked his ass. He hit Charles Martin. he hit Charles Martin so hard. Charles Martin went into he knocked him out on his feet. That's what you call out on your feet. Bow! That man, dude. And he was outboxing Ruiz. He was. He just couldn't take the punches. Look, if it wasn't for the knockdowns, Luis Ortiz would have beat Ruiz. That's why Ruiz's coward fat ass didn't want to fight him 2 years before. Because he knew, no, I'm not ready for that. He was. And in fact, Luis Ortiz hurt Ruiz in the 12th round. And Ruiz was all jacked up, eye all up under his eyelid. He was still trying to fight. Andy Ruiz was taking a damn break. So I don't really know. Looking at that fight, now Andy may come out looking spectacular against Jarrell Miller. I hope he don't. I hope he really doesn't. But, Andy Ruiz, based on the last time we seen him in the ring, that was against Ortiz, right? He didn't look as well. I mean, he hit Ortiz and Ortiz went down. But are we surprised he went down like that, though? No. Why? Because Charles Martin caught him with a jab and he went down. So if this guy is not even durable to take certain shots, we've seen him like that before. Are we surprised to see him like that again? No. Charles looked like somebody from the crowd called him to get his attention, but Ortiz hit him. Yeah. Good 1-2 from Hackett. Dobson, here's the thing about Dobson. Dobson his defense is poor. He's tough, But I mean, his attack is poor. He doesn't have an attack. Like I'm seeing him. He either runs in with a jab. He only punches his right hand with one shot. He likes to work the body, but he doesn't have a forward offensive attack. He's just like, and he'll try to come in, and he'll may hook off the other end, or he may jump in with a left hook. But I haven't seen him throw a 1-2 yet. I've seen this cat. Look, he's coming in because he either wants to get inside, work the body, and if that's what he's going to do, he should do that. You know what I mean? But he's not Mexican. So, I don't think he knows about the Mexican pressure fighting. He's trying to get closer to go to the body. Look at that right hand from Hackett. He just doesn't know how to do it. Another right hand, a left hook from Hackett, another left hook from Hackett, a right and a left from Hackett. Oh, a left. He's going to hurt. Yeah, right hand for Hackett. Hackett's hacking away. Oh, look, one thing about Harvey Doc. Look, left hand, lunging left, jab, right hand. Do you see the punches that he's putting together? Ooh, nice sneaky uppercut. Looks like he was going to go to the body, and he moved right upstairs with a left uppercut. Yeah, this may be over soon because Dobson's getting hit too much. His defense, like I said, is poor. He's staggering. Left hand lands. He lands on the little left hook inside. He goes to the body, and he misses a body punch, kind of scrapes over the borderline belt. Left hook lands for Hackett. A grazing right hook. Dobson comes in. That was a low blow by Hackett. 1-2. A left hook and a right hand for Hackett. Ooh. That left hook hurt. He bop, 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 bop. Nice. Then he chops him with another right. Another double jab. Dobson throws an overhand right, and it looks absolutely pitiful. And I'm going to tell you why. That left hook, bop, bop, that hurt because he stopped. And then he took 2 punches upstairs because he was trying to cover that body up. He did not like that body shot. If you're watching with me, look at Dobson. Dobson's down like this now. He don't want to get another liver shot. He needs that for drinking. He don't need that from stinking. He needs that for drinking, okay? He went 12 rounds with Conor Egg Ben. He did. He did go 12 rounds with him. But, Conor didn't look right. And that didn't look good for Conor. I've seen those things. Conor be looking like a straight savage. Same ref for Klitschko versus AJ. No. Why Biden try and pack up Trump? Yeah, dude. I mean, he's durable. Dude, he's hitting him hard. They're going to stop this. See, look at that. Left hook, right. Oh, 1-2. Like he's chopped. Bop, bop, bop. And then he catches him with a right hand. He left hook. A left hook. And I like Hackett's. Look at it. Look at his attack. Chopping right hand, jab, upstairs, right? They smother. They break. Dobson lands a right overhand. Dobson is game. He just, again, his offense sucks. His offense sucks. Okay. They trade left hooks. Hackett throws a right hand. Jab to the body. Yeah, Hackett's look. Dobson looks like he's gone, bro. He's just like backing up. He's crawfishing back. So we call him Louisiana. He's crawfishing. He's he's crawfishing. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, good overhand right. That hurt Dobson. That hurt him. That right hand. Yeah, he's gonna go. 1, 2, body shots from Hackett. I like Hackett's balanced attack. He ain't just chopping upstairs. He's working the body too. Good work ethic. Oh, good chopping right. Dobson just misses with a right hand of his own. And that's the thing. If you're not even hitting your opponent and giving him something to think about, he's just putting together. He's just thinking to put those punches together. Bah, 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 bah. And look, and he's chopping. Good right hand. Bah. He catches it with another right hand. The Hackett does. Oh, another right hand from Hackett, but it was a jab right, then a jab, then a jab, and a right hand. He's putting them together. He eats a left from Dobson. Dobson was taking pictures. Don't take pictures. Don't be like Stevenson. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was a good one. Good jab from Dobson. Now Dobson now is I guess it's fight or flight. Good jab from Dobson. But it's only one. He needs to double up the jab, throw the right hand, come back with the left hook, or come right back with the body, with a right hook to the body. He throws a right to the body and a left hook. He misses both. Wow. Hackett has good defense, though. You know? Oh, ooh, look at that. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that bump. Oh, geez. Look at the bump. That was from a headbutt, bro. If it was not from a headbutt, that was from a punch. That's from a headbutt, though. He has this big, huge thing right here. It's right here on Dobson's eye. Good jab from Hackett. Yeah, they're going to have to stop this, bro. This ain't going to be long. Because that thing's diabolical. That thing looks like a big-ass frog. Oh, yeah, it's getting worse. It's swelling up. And it's swelling up quick. That ain't nothing but blood in there. Yeah, he's about to get him out. And look, and it's bad for Dobson because now he's trying to cover that sucker. He's trying to cover that thing. Right uppercut. Right hook to the body, left for Hackett. Good 1-2 from Hackett. Overhand right from Hackett. Yeah, they gotta look. Look at that ref. That ref's looking at that head. Look, he's calling the dock in. He's calling the dock in. Jarrell Miller is awful. That's why my mouth doesn't match his fighting ability. Yeah, and if he was one of those guys that could fight and talk shit, he would be he would be multitasked, but he's not. I'm sorry, he's just not. Catterall versus Prograis, August 24th. Yeah. You know, I got Catterall for that. Because, see, Catterall knows how to move and box. And he knows how to counter. Prograis, I think, you know, and it's crazy that Prograis talks about, Josh Taylor as though, like, he's done. Well, it's fair to say you are too, bro. You know, he may have a good couple money fights left. I hope he makes all the money in the house. Louisiana in the building. Hey, Kurt, you enjoying the fight so far? Yeah, Matt, I am. Look at that overhand right. Nice. Another overhand right. And he's targeting that sucker now because now he's starting to throw it wide. And that's where that swelling's at. So, yeah, look at that right hand. Nice. He catches him with it again. And see, Dobson now is grabbing his right hand and holding on. When you see someone that does that, he doesn't like what you just did. And that's exactly what Dobson's doing. He's holding that sucker. It's like getting whooped with a belt when you're a kid and you grab that belt. And they say, let go of that belt. You know, that's what's happening. He's getting struck with this with a shot that he doesn't like. Might be a cracked skull. Chris Asperon. Salute. CP to you too, Chris. Ooh, good rubberneck. And Dobson, see, Dobson throws the left. He didn't land right with that left hook. Yeah, he looking like Hellboy. Yeah, that's crazy. Good right hand by Hackett. Good right hand for Dobson. Dobson's now going to the body, and then he gets rocked with a left hook. Going too much, trying to overcommit to the body. Oh, good right hand from Dobson. Dobson comes back. 1-2 downstairs for Hackett. Oh, good jab from Dobson. Good right from Dobson to the body. Hey, man, that was a good round for old Dobson, though. It was good. Oh, it was an elbow. Okay. He hit him with an elbow. Round 5. He hit him with an elbow, bro. Hey, you lucky that didn't cut, bro. That could have cut. It could have been worse. Just round 7. Ed, I remember that. Yeah, I mean, he caught Tyson Fury in the nose, and Tyson didn't like it. You know, Tyson has a pointy nose. He gets hit. It's like, using elbows like Fury against Ngannou. Ngannou, yeah, Ngannou was solid. Mm. Tyson fought him like a gypsy king. Good left hook from Hackett. Hackett's took a little break. Well, if Fury would have got his nose broken, then he could have called Froch to get his surgeon. Yeah, that's true. Because Froch has a total different look now since he had a nose job. He don't look the same at all. Dobson has a good chin, though, bro. Look, they trade right hands on that exchange. Oh, good left to the body by Dobson. Oh, good right uppercut by Dobson. Dobson's going to the body and is stopping Hackett for the most part. He's either taking a break or he doesn't like those body shots that Dobson's putting on him. Mr. Hellboy Jr. over here. I have a phobia for nose breaks. Yeah, I don't like them either. Getting hit in the nose is not fun. You can catch me in the jaw, the eye, the forehead, the nose, not so much. you know? Froch has the nose of a bad bitch that's trying to book a sugar daddy. Wow. Yep. David Avaneysyan, plus 1,200. Jaron Ennis, negative 2,500. David Avaneysyan. Hackett is a young, old fighter. Based on some of the punishment he has taken coming up, I think he needs better training and management. Well, he does remind me of like he fights a lot like Hagler. You know what I mean? When as he goes to the body, he's aggressive. He comes in. He has some feints, but he fights with a lot of offense. A lot of hooks to the body and upstairs, and he loves to alternate. You know, he does look like. I mean, if his pace was a little faster, he would be exactly like those guys that fought back then. Those guys that fought back then had slower, they had faster paces, man. They fought, they kept it busy. They were always. Harvey Dock. I mean, I think Harvey Dock is prejudiced, bro. I'm just gonna say it, cause Hackett, I know he's winning. He's winning. He's beating Dobson. But I also noticed Hackett has thrown and landed quite a few shots downstairs. And he ain't said jack shit to Hackett. Hagler versus Hearn. Yeah, I saw that not too long ago. I'll tell you, one of the most brutalest fights I remember. Gerald McClellan versus Nigel Benn. Bro, that shit it was almost like the fight. And then see what, like, it was tragic. It was very, very competitive, very brutal, but then very tragic because Gerald McClellan was never the same after that. And I've seen it a few times. I've seen that fight. I think the punches that he took, they weren't the punches. The punches that hurt him, I don't think, are the punches that actually damaged him. The punches that I think that damaged him to get him in the state he's in now, that permanent ass vegetation, like catatonic, crippled state, was the shots that Nigel Benn landed back here as he was putting, the bees to Gerald McClellan. You know what I mean? I think those punches, because you can see them, the same thing happened to Pritchard Colon. Pritchard Colon got hit back there, and he was never the same. That's why those shots are very, very important to see, especially to caution. You have to caution these dudes, man. Because, see, some fighters like Andy Ruiz, Deontay Wilder, those are the guys straight off the top of my head. They will hit you behind the head as long as somebody allows them to. Marlon Thornell, counterpunch to you. What's good, Kurt? CP to you. My point with Hackett is that he has taken too much punishment early in his career due to poor defense. Yeah, he needs, this is his 9th fight, bro. You got to be careful with that type of shit. And here's the thing, you're not going to knock out everybody. And here we go. This is round 9, I believe. Damn, Hackett comes out with a combination quick. Ooh, good right hand from Hackett. Ooh, good defense from Hackett. Yeah, that hurt Dobson. Unless you're a better BF, then you will knock out everyone. And you know what? That's another fighter. Better BF does that shit. You know what I mean? Like, so if I'm fighting Better BF, bro, I'll be like, listen, that man throws, he hits too damn hard to be hitting me in behind the head. These men will be really sore tomorrow. Yeah. And it looks like they're going to go 12 rounds too. So, yeah, Dobson, yeah, his timing's off. Hackett has to get decision or it's a robbery. Damn, I hope not. And you see Dobson went low, and that's exactly what it is. Dobson went low, and then here you look, here comes Harvey Doc. I'm like, dude, I've seen Hackett hit Dobson low a gang of times. Yeah, it's just shitty, man. You know, I don't think he likes Latinos. I don't think he likes Latinos. You know. Oh, see, that was another body punch. That shit was real low. Julian Falcon, yeah, he hits people differently. And he hits you from here to here, from here to here. So if he's hitting you, he's punching you hard. So, the punches that better be if you notice he's using he does a lot of fist exercise, a lot of strength. His hands and wrists are strong as shit. And he needs them to batter you. And he's battering the shit out of people. Kurt, you should put Harvey Doc on your referee review. Absolutely. Because I mean, if you look at him and like some fights that he's done, it's like he will be. Harvey Doc is going to be somebody that you definitely have to take it, and a look at. We have to review him being a referee. Stop acting like you can fight. Okay. Okay, Tom. You know. um Sound like fighting words. Stop acting like you can fight. I can fight. I'll show you. Give me your address. Ooh, good left hook to the body. Oh, this is just a 10 rounder. Okay, I'm glad this is not a 12. And I'll be like, oh, we got two more rounds of this brutality. Oh, well, Hackett's winning. Dobson's came back because according to how Hackett was, you know, and again, you're not going to knock out everybody though. Good right hand. See, Dobson comes right back and he comes back, he lands a right, and then he finishes with a jab. The voice you sound like Tywin Booth. Tywin Booth, I would love to spar Tywin Booth. I would love to spar him about 3 or 4 rounds just to see what he has. Not fight him. No, there's no money in it. I would spar him though, because I mean he's a lot bigger now. He's about my height, and he's a lot bigger. And look at Dobson's putting he's putting these punches together. He says he's undefeated in street fights. See, Dobson loses, but he makes his loss looks good. How do you see Joshua versus Daniel Dubois fight going? KO. Not long. That fight won't be long. I think Hackett is tired. Yeah, I think he's ran out of gas too. He's throwing a lot of arm punches now. If you notice, Abdul Waqid in the building, literally in the building. 40 seconds left, guys. What do you think of Hackett? This is his first time I've ever seen him fight. I think he looks quite good, but I do think he needs to work on his defense. I think he does too. He needs a style that works for him. Ooh, good level, double left hook from Hackett. Nice combinations from Hackett. Nice comment. He was like, Not, I haven't seen stuff like that since like De La Hoya days, Sugar Shane Mosley days. Manny Pacquiao was a combination fighter, but he was just like this in and out, like boom, 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 boom. Whereas like Mosley and De La Hoya, they went toe to toe. They gave the fights, the fans, the fight that you wanted to see. You know, what style do you think that could be? What? I just miss flurries. I miss the Sugar Ray Leonards. I miss the Oscar De La Hoyas. I miss the Roy Jones Jr., especially when he's knocking somebody's block off. I miss those punches and bunches like that. And see, here's the thing. My channel is known for heavyweights, but in fact, like 20 years ago, my favorite weight classes was at 122, 126, 130, 140, 147. You know what I mean? In 154. That's where I basically stayed. So if they had YouTube 20 years ago, which now I think YouTube was invented actually 20 years ago, but if they had it for the public 25 years ago, um, yeah, this channel would have been totally different. I think the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight is an absolute joke. My bad, Kurt. I was confusing David Fields with Harvey Dock, maybe because they're both light skinned. Hmm. Madrimov. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. Outside the heavyweight division, back then I liked 147, 160. Yeah, I mean, you had guys like Keith Holmes, you had William Joppy, you had Julio Cesar Green, you had who else did you have there? I know Trinidad was there. He went there and after 154. Let's see.
Score totals. Glenn Feldman and Mark Constantino both scored about 97-93.
There you go.
Tony Paolillo, 96-94. All three. Your winner by unanimous decision. And the new WBA Continental North American welterweight champion. to 9-0 and goes the 10-round test.
Who's bleeding? So he's 9-0 with 7. So yeah, winner by unanimous decision. Okay, young kid. Yeah, he got cut in the eye right here. He got a nasty little cut right there. And I think this is actually going on to the main event. Well, he's had a cut. So that cut, he has to, that cut was already there. Ooh, that elbow was nasty. It moves Dixon. No, I noticed this guy. He has a bad cut under his eyes. He needs more stitches, and that looks bad. He has it right here. Someone dumped ice cold water on Kurt. I know, right? Damn. Landed 127 for Peter Dobson, 200 for Jaleel Hackett, 700 thrown, 447 thrown for Peter Dobson, 28% to 29% percentage. 3:30 in the morning in England. Ed, counterpunch to you, brother. Yeah, these late night shows are killing us, isn't it? Let me use the John real quick. Get me something to drink out of the refrigerator. Yeah, next is the IBF Welterweight Championship, so stay tuned for that. Don't go anywhere. Stay here, share the live so everybody can come alive, even me. One moment. Great. Peoples. I am back. Oh, they're going to Madrimov. Is this Madrimov? Oh, what is this? No, this ain't it. This is something else. What's this? Dude, I don't know what this is, but it looks dope. This is another preview, dude. Everything or nothing.
Everything or nothing. Coming your way August 3rd, live from Los Angeles, California, here on DAZN. Terrence, Bud.
Listen, that is exactly what I was talking about. That's Turkey al Sheikh money. That's that energy. That's the work you put. That's what he's putting into that type stuff. Let me hear what Eddie has to say.
Ennis' homecoming fight, first time in 6 years. He's back in Philadelphia. I think they like him here.
Wow, unbelievable scene. Sold massive today. They're going to be close to 15,000 here. And you're about to witness greatness. You're about to witness Philadelphia's own pound-for-pound star, Jaron Ennis. Everything's separate. First ever show in Wells Fargo. This place is going to erupt. It's going to be a great fight. While it lasts, expect a special one from Boots.
All right, I want to talk about what you expect from Boots in a couple of minutes, but we do have a big fight featuring Jake Paul next weekend. I know you've had your history with Jake, but I know you all...
I don't hear a Jake about Jake. Psycho Crush in the building. Let's get it, man. They had no effing night right going that hard on that promo. Man, look. It was all right, man. And you see, the thing is, Jake reminds me of a very high maintenance Zelenov. You know, Zelenov is, that guy. He was just kind of low budget. Jake's just not low budget. Yes, he has cash, to go with, Sorry would have been here soccer, but got caught up with the Trump assassination attempt. Yeah, I did a live stream about that, man. I did a live stream about Donald Trump. And I found out about it. I was like, yo, let me go live for this, man. I mean, I normally don't do stuff like that, but, like assassination attempts, they don't happen all the time. Oh, they don't. You know? Kurt, what's good? Been a wild day in the States. A real fighter. You could say that again. You could say that again, man. It's been crazy. It's been crazy, man. I'm I'm gonna be back soon, lads. Cool. Kurt was good. Been a while. Maybe some cheese too. Yo, guys, y'all think it's time for olives and sausages? Cause I think it's time for olives and sausage. Kurt, like the professionalism in your live earlier about Trump, you kept it related to boxing while showing love for the country. You know, if that, here's the reason why you shouldn't be gung ho for any of that stuff. That's just like us as boxing fans. Okay, some people liked Manny, some people like Floyd, some people like Tank, some people like Joshua, some people like Tyson, some people like Wilder. Some people liked a lot of different fighters. You had the Lomachenko fanboys, the Canelo fanboys, the Maypacks, the Pactards, the Flomos. You know what I mean? You had so many different people that rallied and were fans of the fighters. And it was absolutely nothing wrong with that until you start taking that shit to a whole nother level when you want to fight somebody, hurt somebody, you know what I mean, over somebody else. That's the problem. J.E. Prodigal Son, Trump just won the election. I mean, that's if he still runs. You know, I mean, you're a billionaire. I mean, you know, you just got assassinated. And then, see, here's the thing. One thing you don't know about. Look at the Philadelphia statue, bro. Look at the Philadelphia statue. Look at Rocky. Yo, I got a picture right there. Look at that crowd. Look at that crowd. Yeah, baby. It's like when you go to that limit, it's time to shut it down. You know what I mean? It's time to do something else. You're gone too far. You know, shout out to Sean Porter, man. You know, Todd Grisham, Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix. So those guys, those are the zone guys. But let's shout out to Sean Porter. Sean Porter is a guy that came from PBC, a guy that was definitely dedicated to Al Heyman, PBC, Fox, Showtime, and A Partridge in a Pear Tree. And he's able to come over and cross over and acclimate to the zone world. You know, not many people can do that shit. Not a lot of people can do that, man. Adult boxing conversations. Absolutely. Damn, 50 looks damn. Oh, and catch it. Here he comes. Yep. Yeah, Team Ennis. Yeah, Sean Porter, man. Shout out to Sean Porter in the building. Jared Ennis, Stanionis, Mario Barrios, Brian Norman Jr., Cody Crowley, Shakram Giansov, Connor Ben, David Avaneysyan, Soleiman Sissoko, Giovanni Santillan. I haven't heard of half these fucking guys. Stanionis, Barrios, Ben, Avaneysyan, and that's it. I haven't heard from any of those guys. I don't know those guys at all. You know, Ennis versus Crawford would be a great matchup. Yeah, it would be. I mean, if he was on the same weight class. Here's the you know, the danger of homecoming fights, or, you know, you tend to get those fighters tend to get too relaxed. If you noticed, they tend to get too relaxed in now. Like, look at David Avaneysyan. David Avaneysyan is working on that 1-2. You know, and he's working on that. He's working on the jab. He's working on combinations. He's working on his timings. He's doing a right and a left hook. He's doubling up on the jab. He's doing a lot of things right before they come out. He's getting up. Jaron Ennis, he's stretching. He has his gloves on, but he's already ready. You know, he's pushing his shit down. He has money trunks on him. You know, he has an OnlyFans account. He's just kind of weighing in, stretching, and Avaneysyan, Avaneysyan's going in there and doing it. And what happens is when you come in there kind of too relaxed. Ain't no kinda. If you come in too relaxed, you may pay for it. Okay, now I see them about to do some drills with Boots Ennis. I was about to say, like, dude, what's going on with Boots? Dude, I know you ain't coming out there cold. That's a bad thing to do, come out there cold. Anyone news on Saudi's involvement in boxing or takeover? No. Besides the stuff that we already know about, besides, August 3rd and such, stuff like that. But one good thing about Turkey Al-Sheikh, though, one good thing about Turkey Al-Sheikh is the fact that he doesn't know Turkey Al-Sheikh does not play that Jake Paul game. He doesn't want YouTube boxes. He wants real boxes. That's why we're having so many competition and so many people are getting their ass whooped out of the blue. I mean, they're getting whooped, son. People are getting mollywopped, right? Saudi's own boxing now. Riyadh season in London. What's that about? Riyadh season in California. What's that about? Come on now. They're taking over. They're taking over, bro. Yep, main event now. Hey, bro, I'm from Oxford, England. I randomly come across you here right before the fight while I was scrolling, and it's a pleasure. Joseph H., appreciate you, man. Okay, they got the Star Spangled Banner. Okay. All right, I just created a poll, so we got people up in here. Who pays for DAZN? It's free on the internet. It's crazy. I pay for DAZN. Thoughts on Tank? Everyone calls him a star, but his pay-per-view numbers suck other than Ryan. Well, I mean, you got to fight more people. And, people will find that out pretty soon. You know what I mean? Like when history pretty much speaks for itself. When you have enough people, okay, when you have enough people and there's enough times where these guys don't get their money from these fighters that they were promised or they projected to have, that's what's going to happen. Gave proof through the flag the blonde Don was still there. David Avaneysyan, people. Yes. Everyone give it up. Give it up, people. Give it up. Where in the UK are the UK gang from? Yeah, shout out to everyone in the UK to announce who in Hades and where are you guys from? How did Crawford beat Avaneysyan? By knockout, 5th round. Yeah. Now David Avaneysyan's coming out, peeps. Lancashire, Northwest England. I'm from Kent, Joseph. It's Monica. Monica from Kent. It's crazy. Got these a lot of these places in it. It's the only thing I don't like about Europe. Can't have guns. That's the only thing. You can't have pistolas, armas. Pero tú no lo puedes usar con armas. Solo pileros, cuchillos, así. Pero necesito mis armas. Necesito mis pistolas. Necesito. I need them. Okay. Yo, Kurt, I'm back. Fill me in on this David guy. Any shot of him winning and how good is he really? Julian Falcon. He's pretty good. I mean, listen. I think people disliked Terrence so much that like everybody Terrence beat sucked. You know what I mean? Like Jeff Horn sucked. Kell Brooks sucked. And if he fought anybody that was mutual, they were just not the same. You know what I mean? Like guys, like a lot of people he beat were undefeated. Jeff Horn was undefeated. Jose Benavidez was undefeated. He sucked too. Postol was undefeated. Gamboa was undefeated. These guys were undefeated when he fought them. And I noticed about God, people just really hated Terrence. And here's the sad part. The people that hated Terrence was the LDBC crew because they supported Al Heyman. Okay, that was the only reason. It wasn't really, I think that was more of the LDBC, like they promoted people from Al Heyman's stable of fighters because they looked at it as though the deeper meaning behind Al Heyman's black. So since Al Heyman was black, he had fighters that were black, and he thought Al Heyman only advised black fighters. Therefore, Terrence didn't go with him. He signed with Bob Arum years before Al Heyman came about anyhow. But it didn't matter because the narrative was, hey, we're going to promote black fighters by promoting black advisors. And if you're not on board, we're against you. And that's how that was. And that's how that went. And Terrence Crawford, unfortunately, you know, by making a good business decision, but at the same time being disrespected by an old senile ass Bob Arum, okay, became a target. He became a target because he got $3-4 million guaranteed, where Bob Arum had to pay this man $3 or $4 million, regardless of how bad the fight was, regardless of anything, because he was under contract from Top Rank. And everybody thought, oh, he's going to go and join the rest of the brothers over at PBC, which he did not. Because what he found out was those brothers weren't getting paid like he was getting paid guaranteed. They were on a pay-per-view based structure, okay? Their structure was based off of how much they could sell. So, in other words, they had to outbeat or outdo piracy, outdo other illegal streams, you know, and still make a certain dollar amount, okay, to win, okay, to make what they were supposed to get. And it was never really nothing like 3 or 4 million. It was always maybe like 1.5, 1.2. And then they didn't get it right away. So that was another issue. Their issue was, well, why aren't we getting paid like we supposed to? You know, but meanwhile, you got Jesus Christ / Floyd, Money Mayweather, getting a $200 or $300 million check every time he fights, or 10 million or 20 million. And he's getting it right in hand at the locker room as he finishes the fight. Okay, so people start complaining about that, like, well, wait a minute. You know what I mean? People started to eventually wake up. Okay, but Terrence Crawford was still looked at as, oh, he doesn't want Errol Spence and this, that, you know, it was a bunch of bullshit like that. So whatever Terrence did, he never did enough. It was always, Carol Brook was already beat up. Sean Porter, he was podcast Porter. You know, who else? Who else was it? Errol Spence will beat him. But then I know people truly didn't want that fight to happen because they started talking stuff like, oh man, he ain't marketable enough. He don't deserve 50%. You know what I mean? And all that shit. So, you know, then people tried to actually use the AJ, like, well, AJ had 3 belts compared to Wilder's 1 belt, which is, you know, Crawford's 1 belt, which is the WO, compared to the rest of the belts for Errol Spence. So they did not want that fight to happen until it finally did, and everybody's seen who was better. Errol Spence wasn't going to whoop Terrence Crawford on his best day. It was not going to happen. The styles, it just was not going to happen, I'm telling you. You know? So yeah, Julian Falcon, that was the fake narrative going around. Terrence Crawford didn't want to fight Errol Spence, and even if he did, he was not marketable enough. He didn't sell tickets. He was boring. His own promoter said he was boring, which Bob Arum was complaining of the money he had to give him because, you know, the pay-per-views or whatever. Shit, put it on free TV like he did Lomachenko. He wasn't talking to Lomachenko like that. So I had a problem with the way they handled Terrence Crawford on both sides. Bob was talking shit at him, and he was his promoter, which, why would you do that in public? And then you had the Al Haymanites talking shit at him too. So Terrence Crawford was stuck in the middle of all types of scrutiny. And it was sad. So, you know, he just kept beating whoever he could get, you know, and he would get these guys in there and beat them and knock them out, you know. And in the, like, you know, Mean Machine was undefeated. You know, Jose Benavidez was undefeated. You know, older brother of David. Jeff Horn was undefeated, even though I think Mike Manny beat him. But, you know, they gave it to him since he was in Australia there. You know, he took out all these guys. He took out Errol Spence undefeated. You know, it was so many. He has stopped the last 10 people. Everyone at welterweight. No one has went the distance with Terrence Crawford at welterweight. No one. Okay? So, you know, you got a guy that's Jared Ennis. See, people are jumping on Jared Ennis, which he's a very good fighter, fighting with sticks, stones, and bottles in the streets of Philly. That type of dude. He's a Philadelphia fighter, slick, even-handed, bigger. Is he stronger than Terrence? We don't know. But he's the next guy that is presumed to be, hey, I called out Terrence Crawford too. Just signed with DAZN. Okay? And one thing we know about DAZN is going to put you in there with somebody that is going to be on with when you're fighting on DAZN. Okay? They gave Terrence Crawford too much time to adjust to the weight. Well, I mean, I don't know if Terrence Crawford had to adjust to that weight. I mean, it looked like, because he was knocking people out anyway. He was just knocking people out anyway. If you go, let us see the fight. If I go to the Joshua versus Dubois fight, I'm going to definitely have like one going live and the other one kind of streaming the fight. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's going to be rapid, you know, and if I, you know, cause I'm going to have, everything set up and it's going to, and I'm going to look at that suck in its entirety. It's going to be lit. You know, that's if this fight, or that's if I get off of this, this show. So we'll see. Okay. All right. It's time to see what Jared Ennis can do on DAZN, people. Ennis made the right move by going to DAZN. Well, I mean, he needs to get paid. And, you know, and see, when Jaron knew that, hey, look, I know I need to make my money because the money is fluctuating into the DAZN direction. Okay. And here they go. Boots acting cocky as F. He better perform. Kurt, you should have sunglasses on while you watch the fight so the fans can have a little peek. Yeah, that'd be dope. Actually, I got these Bluetooth glasses, so I don't know. Maybe I could use them. You know, that would be dope though, because I actually just ordered some. I heard they're on their way. Okay. Oh, good jab from Boots. Damn, that was a heavy jab from Boots Ennis. Dude, Boots hit him with a jab and knocked him right off his pivot, bro. That was a jab. Another right hand from Boots Ennis. David, I think he landed a left hook. I wasn't sure. Oh, good right hand from David Avaneysyan. Oh, good jab. Dude, Jaron's jab is landing and punching him in the face and it's knocking him off the pivot. Each time he lands, bap, he's knocking it off his posture, bro. His pivot position is being knocked. He's knocking him back every jab. Every jab, he's knocking him back. Good right hand by Avaneysyan, but that was a check right hand. Oh, good right hand. Good right hands to the body. Oh, right hook to the body from Ennis. And one thing people don't give Ennis credit for is his defense. This cat's, you know, he's big and he's sound. That's what you call sound. When you're sparking these, look. Oh, wait a minute. Was it a headbutt? No, it wasn't a headbutt. You know, Ennis, he's a counter, you know. Look at him. He's slick. He's tall. Look at that left hand lands. Jab to the body by Ennis. Ooh, body shots. Uh-oh. Avaneysyan's down. Hey, he's pulling the Usyk, baby. Ah! Oh, man. I got to see if it was. I don't know. He said it wasn't. Ennis was like, dude, I didn't hit him below. I didn't hit him below. I didn't hit him low. I just hit him below. Oh, dude, he's on. Look, let's see where it landed. Let's see where it landed, peeps. Let's see. Oh, hell yeah, that was all. He hit him on the cock root. Hell no. He hit him on the He hit him on the pickle. Oh, yeah, that was low. Yeah, that was low. Oh, that was low. Yeah, dude, he hit him. That was not a debate, bro. He hit him 3 inches below the V under his. Yeah, that was low, bro. That was low. It's like, dude, yeah, that made it. See, here's the thing. Give this man 5 minutes. Give him 5 minutes because what happened? Damn, this dude has like tears coming out his eyes. Oh, man, that was nasty. Dude, that shot was massive, bro. You know, that punch was massive. That was a massive punch. That shot, dude, that was like I want to get it again. But that punch was, oh my goodness. Yeah, that was diabolical. That shot was diabolical. He hit him in the root and stem. Yeah, that was that was tough. That was tough, man. I got to see that one again. And David's like, dude, man, I'm getting my ass whooped. I'm getting hit and hurt by the jab. He's hitting me with some good overhand lefts. And now he hits me right in the ball sack, the root, and the stem. Okay, they're back at it. Okay, so he's back at it again. Okay, David Avaneysyan. Oh, he's countering with the right hand. And what makes him so dangerous, he likes to punch in between combos. So David Avaneysyan, if he has some punching power and he can nail Ennis, you know, it may be a pretty interesting night to see how Ennis can take a shot, you know. That's that Triple D approved low blow. And he's looking at him. He's looking at him. See, and then like, see, David Avaneysyan's also tough. See, he's going to come in with his guard high, you know, and throwing shots. And see, when he does that, he leaves this open, you know. So in the tendency to want to dig deep, I got to see that ball shot again, people. I got to see that again because I know they're going to show it. They got to show that. Yeah, he's just saying, I only threw one, but I only threw one. The last one was legal. That other one was not. Jared hit that dude right. Man, yeah, he might be pissing a little sangre, you know, in tomorrow. Because yo, you don't get hit with shots like that, man. I'm sorry. Them type of shots like that. No, sir. Ennis, man, he's a dude. He came out. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, here we go. There we go. All right, let's see. Yeah, those were the jabs. Okay, here it is. Boom. Oh yeah. Dude, yeah, that was diabolical. That was diabolical. Yeah, but I got it though. Straight diabolical. That's crazy. That's crazy. Boots on another echelon. And see, I like Ennis. Ennis likes to fight on the inside too. He may be long and rangy, but he still likes to mix it up on the inside. You know, a lot of fighters that want to be too pretty, like, because he's good right hand. Good right hand from Avaneysyan. Did Avaneysyan just go southpaw? I just think he just went southpaw. Oh, good right hand from Avaneysyan. Good right and a left hook to the body by Avaneysyan. Good right from Avaneysyan. He needs a straight stop punch, and he comes and he brings it right back. but he's taking punishment too. But he's getting his licks in. He gets hit again at the below the belt line. So that was another shot. You know, the guys are like, man, that dude ain't nothing wrong with that dude. You can tell he got balls of steel when he got hit the last time. You know, he's still getting hit low. See, Avaneysyan's a scrapper, bro. He's a good fighter for anybody that wants to think there's something. I would love to see Avaneysyan and Conor Ben. That would be a good fight. You know what I mean? Just looking at the styles, you know, because Conor Ben, you know, he still has a lot to prove. You know, I see his stuff on Instagram. They look vicious. He looks like a little Mike Tyson with the head movement and upper body movement and wagging and stuff like that. But, you know, he has to show us, you know. You're fighting guys. Oh, good left hook, good right by Avaneysyan. Oh, man. Look, Avaneysyan's coming in. Look, right hand lands for Avaneysyan. Avaneysyan's game, bro. Body shot, overhand to right. Left hook from Jaron Ennis. Straight right from Jaron Ennis. Left hook from Jaron Ennis. Look, quick right hand on the inside from Avaneysyan. Avaneysyan is a guy that fights for what he's, you know. No points deducted yet. Yeah, I think here's the deal, though. If there's going to be another foul by Ennis at the balls in the area that you don't supposed to get hit at, there should be a point deducted. I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry. David come to fight. I mean, David comes to fight. Jared comes to fight. He has to fight. He has to show Eddie Hearn. He has to show, most importantly, the zone that it's on. He needs to show them, like, hey, I'm here to take on the best. I want Errol Spence. I want a crossover fight. I want to have those connected fights. I want to be able to, you know, market myself. They don't usually debut on the first foul, on the first foul. See, I like Jaron Ennis because he goes in and he's throwing multiple body shots. He's a hooker. He likes to loop punches. Very deceptive punches too. Look at that right hand by David Avaneysyan. He better watch out, bro, because David Avaneysyan has these short, quick punches that he comes right off firing right off from the stance. You know, so when David Avaneysyan throws that right hand, he's right back in position. If you notice, he's, you know, so look at that right hook he's taking. And then Jared Ennis is putting it to him. Oh, good right, overhand right. Jared Ennis, look, he's in there with the right opponent. He's in there with the right opponent because, see, David ain't coming there to play games. You know, this guy has 4 losses. He ain't trying to make a 5th. You know, he's a game fighter. Good right hand. See, he's catching him. He look left. David Avaneysyan, like, he's now southpaw. Good body punch from Jared Ennis. Overhand right from Ennis. David Avaneysyan, bow. And see, here's the thing. Eastern Europeans, they have a style where they can punch you from the clinch, in the clinch. Gennady Golovkin, he's good at it. My man Artur Beterbiev is good at it. That's what David's doing. So when David's in the clinch, he's able to put his head in the neck or the chest of the fighter and still land shots on the inside. That's what he's doing to Jared Ennis. So if Jared Ennis if he didn't condition himself, which I think he's well conditioned, but if he didn't, that should wear you out because he has time to rest as he throws shots. See, David's right in it. David wants to be right at his chest. And he needs to pick, look at that. And he misses those shots. But he's been successful in throwing overhand rights. Look at it, right uppercut, lands for David Avaneysyan, right on the inside with his head on the chest of the taller fighter, Ennis. Ennis hits him, and he wants to come out. David, what he's doing, he's trying to force him back to the ropes because he can lean. The momentum is against Jared Ennis. Jared just ate a good right hand. Jared just landed a good left uppercut. Good right uppercut. Triple right uppercut for Jared Ennis. But he knows he's in a fight with this cat. Good right to the body by Ennis. Ooh, no, those uppercuts cause nosebleeds. Look at that. 1-2 punch combination. He misses the third one from Avaneysyan. Okay? Good fight, bro. Well-balanced fight that we're having tonight. Bars. The Slavs loves their inside fighting, which gave them bigger weakness for ball shots because of the size of their ball. Battle of the ball. Hookers like ball. Yeah, man, it's crazy. I'm convinced that Beterbiev is a mutant boxer. Beterbiev, see, that's the problem. See, Beterbiev ain't going to fight you and beat you the way... He's not going to fight you the way you want him to fight you. Look at that right uppercut. Look at that. Left hook. Oh, nice. Ennis. You know, he's digging in there now. He's really getting in. Over the guard because Avaneysyan's here. But he's set here because he wants to punch from here. So he's blocking shots. And then he's coming off firing. They're not punches that he turns with. Okay, he can turn with shots, but he has to have leverage, distance. But on the inside, these short punches, these short punches like that, they're effective. They just don't have that 100%. But if you land them and you're landing them constantly, you are able to conduct damage. He's creating damage. And now see, look at that. Still go straight right, run right, two right. Those are landed shots from David Avaneysyan. Good jab from Ennis. A straight on the inside for Avaneysyan. See, now Ennis is kind of pushing him back. Because, see, he's pushing him back because he doesn't want Avaneysyan's head where he needs to be in position to land those straight rights. Look at that jab just landed for Avaneysyan. Now he's working the body on the inside. See, he wants to get close. Good overhand left for Ennis. But David comes right back with his own left. See, now he's conventional again. He's conventional again. Something happened to Avaneysyan's eye. He started, cringing at it. Good left hook down to the body and upstairs by Ennis. These are the type of fights that'll have you loving boxing right here. And see, Ennis is now, he needs leverage. He's using the elbow. He's shoving with his glove. He's trying to create distance. Look at that overhand right lands for David Avaneysyan. Right uppercut lands. Another right uppercut lands for David Avaneysyan. He misses that uppercut. But all of it, he's right there. He is right there at the chest of Boots Ennis. And it's giving Boots something to think about because Boots now he has to sit back and think, okay, where can I hit this guy when he's in position to hit me? That's what's happening in this situation, okay? 30 seconds left in the fourth round. Chopping right hand. Right uppercut lands for David Avaneysyan. Right uppercut lands for Ennis. Straight left for Ennis. Oh. Dude, David ain't here to mess around. Boots Ennis, he did a little showboat. That's the first time I've seen him do that. I need to see that Ben versus Boots fight only if Ben clean though. The dash closing Chosen dash kid. Okay, Ennis better keep his boots on David's neck. He got to, because but he's breaking David down. You could tell something's bothering David's eye, his nose bleeding. He ain't stopped. No, but look, understand, the shots that David's throwing. See, this is a showcase for, that was another low blow, and then he needs that. See, he needs a little range because he's taller. His arms are longer, naturally. But David Avaneysyan is able to, for one, fight in the clinch. For two, throw those punches right off his guard. That's why this fight ain't over yet. Because it's hard to figure out a guy he's able to more than likely 70% defend and and then 70%. Oh, good right hand for Avaneysyan. And anybody wants to know about Jaron Ennis's beard? Uh-oh, he fell. Good right hand from Avaneysyan. Now he's where he needs to be. Look at that right uppercut. Double right uppercut. Left hand lands for Avaneysyan. That's what I'm talking about. I see the equation. He needs to keep his eyes on David. Stop talking to that referee. Look, overhand right. Body shots from Ennis. Overhand right from Ennis. Now Ennis. Oh, good right uppercut from Avaneysyan. Now he slips. So now we got 2 slips, no knockdowns. The Avaneysyan landed 35 in power. I don't believe that shit. I think that's way off. I think that's way off. 92 landed for Boots, only 35 for Avaneysyan. No, dude. I don't know. I don't trust none of that. But he's coming to fight, bro. He's coming to fight. He's not playing any games. And see, again, his style. Oh, good right uppercut for Avaneysyan. Because he's right there. He can just throw it. It's like a recoil right in there to the body. Look right to the body. And he comes in. Good right for David Avaneysyan again. Boots comes with an uppercut in the left, chopping right hand. Hook. Another straight right for Avaneysyan. Left for Avaneysyan. Oh, good right. Oh, get it left. And down goes David. David hit him with a shot. Took a picture with it. Boots came run right back. One thing about David Boots Ennis. One thing about Avaneysyan comes to fight, but he don't have the beard like Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis is coming. Look, they traded shots. And look, David caught him with a right hand. Boots came back with a solid counter left and dropped that boy. Quick. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Nice ripping right hooks and right uppercuts from Boots Ennis. Oh, 1, 2, 3 shot combination. Now he's busting them up. Now he's nice. And David's coming to fight. Oh, he almost went down for that left. That left's heavy. That left's heavy. 1, 2 body punches for David Avaneysyan. Now the ref warns him about using his head. So that's going to foil him. David's like, come on, let's fight. Let's fight. Wow. That 5th round was boss, bro. That was boss. Yeah. Do you love it? Yeah. Yes, sir. I do. Yes, sir. Let's see. Are they going to try to stop it? Are they going to try to stop it? Yep. They're stopping the fight. Cunts. Bro, cunts. 5th round for 5th round. Terrence Crawford knocked him spark out. He dropped him in the 5th and he quit before the 6th. So it's 5 rounds to 5 rounds. So if you had any type of answer to Boots Ennis and his punching power, okay, there you go. I never heard of Americans say cunts before. Oh, man, get used to it. I say it all the time. It's a good practice. But listen, they shouldn't have stopped that, because I know David wanted to fight. I think David wanted to fight. Look at that. Good fight, though. Good defense of the IBF title. Eddie's happy. Look at him. I'm good, my man. Yeah, they shouldn't have done that, though. Because that fight was just getting started. That's my thing. The shit was just getting started. But no, Boots was opening it up. He was just, da, 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 da. You know, he was getting in there. You know, I'm getting crunk already just talking about it. I was just getting started. Ah! He still needs higher competition. Honestly, Boots, you know, he done well. You know, because of the style of Avaneysyan. I mean, David's gonna hit you. I wanted to see him fight Garcia since Garcia's talking about going all the way up there. You know? Yeah, let me see that. Oh, damn it. Damn son of a bitch. I hate Bigsby. I hate Bigsby with a passion. They made this shit on these phones Bigsby. No one likes that shit. Yeah, he wasn't out, bro. So let's see. He catches him with a right hand, and he gets 8 with a straight left. And it's crazy because, you know, he caught him. I mean, it was a good shot. It dropped him to the seat of his back. But, I mean, for them coming in like, oh, no, man, we're not, you know, we're not. Like, dude, like, you know, yeah, I didn't like that. It wasn't a stoppage. Dave quit. Oh, okay. If he quit, he just quit. We can't do anything if you quit, right? We've seen quitters before. Daniel Dubois, Roberto Duran. We've seen these guys quit. Ryan Garcia, they're quitters. You know, they're quitters. So all we got to know now and do now is see which and who Jared Ennis Boots calls out now. We'll see who he wants. His jaw's broken. Oh, wow. Well, poor bastard. You know? Yeah, Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, yeah. Well, let's see if his jaw's broke. We'll find out. We'll find out if his jaw's broken for real. Right? His corner pulled him out. Something happened. Burataya, Furman 3. And you look at these people that came out to support the fighter. That's what you want to see. You want to see Philadelphia alive like that. I haven't seen them like that in there since Just Smoking Joe Frazier. You know what I mean? Rocky Balboa, you know?
Tonight, Sergio.
Well, not really, because I'm watching this man, and I love watching the fact that I'm watching him live in person because he can deliver a punch, and he's excited. He's always looking for the knockout. He's just a sniper.
And you know, understand this too. Jared Ennis showed that he could take a shot. So, you know, even though I feel that his defense, you know, needs to be tightened up just a bit, however, you know, he can take a shot, and I think that's more secure. Or of a secure mindset of knowing someone that can be around for a while and can, you know, keep up with guys, you know, like Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence, you know. Anyways, thanks for the watch along, CP. I'm off the bed. Laters, Gators. I appreciate you, Sonic, Starblade in the building. Let's listen to what Boots Ennis has to say.
Didn't look like you were all that happy with that performance.
I felt good. I felt off a little bit. I didn't think I was going to have no ring rest because I'll be in the gym for 24/7, but I did feel a little off. But that's okay. You know, I got the job done. And I appreciate everybody coming out to support me. Shout out to Philly. I appreciate y'all. Philly, DC, New York, you know, the whole Tri-State area, the whole West Coast, everybody that came out and support me. I appreciate y'all. And shout out to Brickyard. You know, you carry it.
You have been off for just about a year. How did that ring rust, how did it show itself tonight?
Just I feel like my time was a little off. I don't know. I don't know why I came in here thinking that my time wasn't gonna be off. Because I thought my time was gonna. I didn't think my time was gonna be off because I was in the gym, like I said. But you know, it's okay. You know, I feel good. I feel I'm in shape. You know, I could have went 15 rounds. It was easy. You know?
You did have an opponent that took a lot of punishment in this fight, in David Avaneysyan. You finally got to him in that 5th round through that right hand. What were you looking for towards the end?
No, just keep pressing him, keep pushing him back. I know I was too strong for him. You know, should listen to my corner a little more, jab a little more, go to that body a little more angles, you know, stop staying in front. I just, you know, it's okay. You know, everything will be great.
You were preparing for a very different fighter in Cody Crowley, who had to step out about a month ago. Did the change, you think, affect you at all?
Nah, the change didn't affect me at all. You know, like I always say, we prepare all the way around the board. We have pressure fighters, southpaws, orthodox. We have everybody in camp for that, so it don't really matter.
You defend that piece of the welterweight title. There are unification fights out there for you. There's also Terrence Crawford, who Eddie Hearn says he wants to make that fight if Crawford wins on August 3rd. What's your preference?
Most definitely, let's make it happen. You know, that's what I want. You know, I want the big names. You know, Terrence Crawford, anybody else in that weight that got a big name, let's get it. Let's make it happen.
So it's your first fight back in Philadelphia in 6 years. More than 14,000 fans here in Wells Fargo tonight for you. And they showed out for you on your fight night. How did it feel being back home?
I feel phenomenal. You know, last time I fought at home it was a sold-out event. You know, this one, I did it again. You know, and I appreciate everybody that came out once again. You know, everybody came out to support. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm gonna keep putting on beautiful shows. Next fight I'm gonna be even better. Just keep tuning in, keep coming to support me. I'm gonna keep bringing them knockouts home.
I think we'll be back here for sure. Congratulations, folks.
Most definitely. I want to thank my team, my dad, my brothers, you know, my mom, you know, my whole family, Elle, Sean, the whole team, you know, and I want to thank Eddie Hearns, you know, appreciate you. Bring me on the team, you know, shout out to Boost Promotion, shout out to my two young guys that fought tonight, Ishmael Muhammad, Dennis Thompson, they put on a beautiful show. Shout out to Christian Carter, my whole team, and everybody got the dubs, and I appreciate y'all.
I think Eddie's happy that you're on his team right now. Eddie, we'll turn to you. You said you wanted to see a great performance from Boots Ennis. What did you see tonight?
Well, firstly, I want to thank everyone in Philadelphia. That was an incredible spectacle to see. The first ever fight at Wells Fargo. And you've got a family here that are ingrained in the city of Philadelphia. Ozzy Ennis, Boots' dad, just turned around to me and said, I can't believe how many people are in here tonight. They're great people. And if he thinks that performance was off, well, the world of boxing better be very, very afraid. Because that was Boots Ennis, 1 year out, dismantling a world-class fighter with ease in there, having fun, doing what he does. And the future for Boots Ennis is the future of boxing. That's what this young man is. He's very humble. You never hear him say too much. I'll say it, I think he beats everyone. I think this is a special fighter that needs to be tested against the best in the world, and that's our job now. Activity is key. Too many of these great young fighters are too inactive. We must get him back out October, November. We'd love to return to Philadelphia. We've got to bring the bigger fights here, the unification fights. He's going to be around for a long time.
All right, so what are your phone calls on Monday morning? The champions out there, none with fight schedule. You've also got Crawford coming up against Madrimov in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, look, the plan is unification. Before he moves to 54, which is inevitable at some point, we want to unify the division. Marios Barrios, Stanionis, any of these guys. You know, for me, I think Madrimov's going to beat Crawford. But if not, I would love to see Jaron Ennis against Crawford. I think he beats him. I think it's the biggest fight in boxing. But that's in time. We've got to build, we've got to be active, and we've got to try and capture these belts.
So that is Eddie Hearn. His counterpunch on Jared Boots Ennis. Of course, he has brought him along on the team, and we have seen what we've seen. Bars. And what we've seen is a man with a durable chin, a man with great punch variety, a man that's very damn big for his weight, but a man that's also going to be at 147, that's have been and is going to be campaigned for a long time, because the way Eddie explained it was, hey, we need some unifications. And see, one thing you have to understand about unifications and about fighting other fighters, you have to mirror what other fighters done. It started tonight, people, with Jared Boots Ennis taking out, making David Avaneysyan quit on the stool, okay? And taking him out in round 5, the same amount of rounds that the guy that he wants, that he's calling out, which is Terrence Crawford, has done. That's how it begins. So it's began. Okay, so now we can argue who did it better, Terrence Crawford or Jared Boots Ennis, David Avaneysyan, mutual opponent. That's what we're looking at right now. That's what we have right now. That's what's in discussion right now. Okay. Meanwhile, when we're talking about fights that don't have venues or dates, we are talking about fights that are happening and that's happened. Okay, so if these two guys happen to get in the ring together between Terrence Crawford and Boots Ennis, we should see a very good fight. And see, here's the thing. Now we see that Boots Ennis is strong, he's powerful, he can hit, he has punch variety, good defense, switch hitter. We can see he can take a punch. We can see that he's durable. We can see that he can give it and take it. Let's see if he can make it with Crawford. But that's going to be on down the line. And I think me projecting what I just heard from Eddie Hearn before I jump off of here and do the recap for everybody, I see someone in Eddie Hearn wanting to make Boots the next Crawford. He may not fight Crawford, but then he may fight an older Crawford. If Crawford hasn't got that Canelo fight, because if Crawford gets the Canelo fight, it's over anyway. He's not gonna. You can forget about Boots Ennis Crawford. But if he doesn't get that Canelo fight, fights like this is inevitable. Guys like Boots Ennis, guys like Conor Benn, guys like Crawley, guys like Stanionis, those are going to be the guys that he fights. And that's going to make him the multi-champion in that weight class. That's going to make him what Terrence Crawford was. Okay? So that's what we're going to deal with. And while Terrence Crawford is doing what he's doing at 154, he has his own wars and his own battles in his own place, in his own division. Jared Boots Ennis is going to make a name for himself there, and he should. That's why it's sad you got guys that can sell, that are marketable, that is crazy as a shit bat rat like Ryan Garcia. I would love to see a fight like that. You know what I mean? So there are fights to be made. How many? Not too many, but enough to prove that Jared Boots Ennis deserves a fight with Terrence Crawford, because they fought a mutual opponent. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. So if it was good for Crawford, it's good for Boots Ennis. So it's good for both of those because they fought a durable opponent and they both dispatched that opponent. Okay, so it looks good, very good for Boots Ennis. I thank all of you guys for coming out tonight. Had a long day. I'm going to start the recap, so stay tuned for that. When you guys wake up, have you a little drink on Sunday and take a look at the recaps. And until then, God bless you guys. Stay safe. Have another blessed day tomorrow. And everyone has been counterpunched. Peace!